Many teachers love to use Quizizz for learning games. Often Quizizz is used for an informal review or for a formative assessment. Teachers can set many options for a Quizizz activity, including real-time feedback, real-time scoring, student-paced or homework mode, and whether or not to give more points for faster responses, show leaderboards, etc. All of these options allow you to adjust your Quizizz activity so it can fit into virtually any part of your unit plan. But did you know that you can create and build an entire lesson in Quizizz? Quizizz Lessons are a hidden gem for teachers. You can easily import your lesson from Google Slides or PowerPoint and add interactive questions as extra slides in the lesson. To get started, click the Create button and select New Lesson. Give your lesson a name and select one or more subjects and click Next. If you want to use one of the custom themes, you can click the Themes button and apply a colorful theme. Or if you already have a Google Slides or PowerPoint lesson to import, you'll have to download it as a PDF first. There we go. This won't preserve any animations or builds in your slide presentation, but you can add text boxes, images, and math equations once the slides have been created or imported. Click Add New Slide, and then Import Slides, and then select your downloaded copy in PDF format. Click Open. And depending on how long your lesson is, this step may take a little bit of time. Now all of your slides have been added. If you have a paid pro account for Quizizz, at this point you could also embed audio or video clips within the slides. When you're ready to add a Quizizz question, click Add New Slide again, and you can add either a graded or ungraded question that you've created on your own, or if you want to save time, you can simply use the teleport feature to add questions from the millions of questions other teachers have already uploaded to Quizizz. Here's a question. I'll just add it here. And notice it's quickly added as a separate slide in my lesson. And I can filter and find other questions from other quizzes. Here's another one. Each question will be added in its own slide. When your lesson is ready to use, click Save, and you can add a title image. Again, you can search from their images, or you can upload one from your own library. Select a language, and this is very important. You must select a grade level. You can then decide whether you want your lesson to be publicly shareable with and visible to teachers around the world, or if you would rather keep the lesson private and visible only to you. Once the lesson is saved, you can either preview it, or you can go ahead and start a live lesson for your students with all of the normal choices that you have. Or if you prefer, you can assign the lesson as a homework assignment. Either way, your choice. By the way, if you assign it as homework, did you know that you could automatically assign it through Google Classroom if you have synced your Quizizz account to your Google Classroom account? And that's easy to do. But wait a minute. Why build your own Quizizz lesson when other teachers might have already built a lesson for you? Go ahead and click the Explore button to search the wide world of quizzes and lessons on the topic that you're teaching. Click on the Lessons tab to filter down only to lessons. And when you find a lesson that you like, simply click on it and you can borrow another teacher's lesson in the same manner, either as a live lesson or by assigning homework. So now let's start a live lesson.
12 seconds later.
And your students can join the lesson the same way they join any other Quizizz activity. They simply go to joinmyquiz.com and enter the game code. Once all of your students have added, you can click the Start button and begin controlling the lesson. You can draw on your screen by clicking the little purple squiggle button, and you have some options up here for annotations, including erasing. So this is very similar to what you would expect from a presentation. And you can move to the next slide. And when you get to a slide that has a question, there will be some interesting music and a countdown to keep your students engaged, and then they will have some time to answer the question. When you're done, you can click on the settings gear and click End Session. And that's it. Once the lesson is done, you can access the student scores by clicking on Reports. So we hope you've enjoyed this preview of Quizizz Lessons. If you have any questions about how to use the program, reach out to your ed tech.